MNCASA is a statewide membership coalition and collective voice of organizations and individuals committed to ending sexual violence.
We are bold, we are courageous, we're advocates.
In the same way that the Chamber of Commerce represents the statewide business community, our coalitions represent over 200 programs serving more than 68,000 victim survivors of violence annually across the state.
We don't want to look past victims, and we don't want to look past the work that MNCASA has done in order to gather information and talk about what they've heard is in the best interest of those victims.
We are urging, we're demanding our legislators take action this year.
Through the Office of Justice Programs within the Department of Public Safety, crime victim service funding is administered by way of a competitive grant process.
We are facing a critical decrease in fundings that weren't sufficient to address the needs in Minnesota.
Prior to the pandemic, these programs and services had identified an additional financial need of $20 million a year to address the needs of victim survivors and their children. We are requesting an additional $25 million per year in base funding for these grants.
My name is Lakeisha Lee. My sister was murdered in 2013. This past year, I was able to chair the task force for the state working on a report for legislature. Stand up, show up, and fight for Black women and girls, not even just here for Minnesota, but we're a blueprint for the nation. Our Black women and girls need this.
Senate File 2019 creates a 90-day time frame for testing sexual assault kits.
Over the past year, victims and survivors of sexual assault have waited up to 8 months for kits to be tested.
These delays send the message to victims and to criminal justice professionals across Minnesota that sexual violence is not a priority.
By mandating a 90-day time frame, we declare that victims and survivors matter and people who cause harm will be held accountable. This work matters, funding matters, we matter, survivors and victims matter.